go on and on. It's been 10 years that I'm sharing with Ring Soul. And I think my next 10 year, I will still keep sharing Ring Soul because there's a great need out there. So I'm very happy tonight. And we're going to record this, okay? And then so you can share with your friends because I think right now the whole world during the past 6 months, this pandemic of this uh, I don't know what they call this. Some scientists say it's not a virus, it's not a regular, I mean, it's just a regular flu bug. This is what these famous uh, research persons telling us, okay? So don't get scared. But every year, a lot of people suffer flus, okay? So this is just another version of flu, but it's very contagious. That's it. Anyway, so why I love to share Ring Soul, and because I study with Dr. Udo, this is must be 25 years ago. I bought his books, and he's 90 some years old now. He's still alive. He's from Canada. He's a PhD in nutrition. Fat that heal, fat that kill. I mean, it was very interesting subject, and I guess the reason why I took fat as my first subject 25 years ago, because I have dry hair. My hair, every time when I go to the salon, fix my hair, I say, wow, your hair is so dry. I mean, skin is dry. And I mean, this is like 40 some years ago, when I was in the 30s. So that's why, and then the scary part, the doctor said, I have low cholesterol. Back then I don't know too much, but the doctor, it's very rare to have people with low cholesterol. I was very skinny, but healthy though. I mean, I never get sick. But anyway, so tell you what, improve your brain function, vision, hearing, mental clarity, and support healthy child development. Now, recently I heard this doctor, his own son was autistic, okay? And by the time he's 5 years old, he did everything he can. His son recovered. Very normal kid, okay? And usually they're very smart. So this doctor has been, how should I say it? He said, if you have a kid, you want to improve their brain function, he said you have to do it before 7 years old. Because a kid from baby to 7 years old, these brain cells, these wiring neurons are not, still moving, growing stage. You can fix it. Then after 13 years old, from 7 to 13, sure, you still can improve. But he said after 13 years old, it's going to be a little bit more tough. The wire, the neurons are kind of in position. So that's why all these years, I can tell you, it just, the things that I learned all kind of boils down to it that our brain is very important. And you have to take care of it when you're young, okay? Don't try to go find a solution when you turn 70. That's the key. So I thank God that I start interest in health, especially it kind of the personal interest in the brain. So this product 10 years ago when I was introduced to it, and I turn around and say, and look at this bag, it's an essential fatty acid. I know I've been eating health food supplements since in the mid 80s. I all kinds of vitamins. Then I went into herbals, capsules. And then, of course, I went full-time networking business with a juice company for 14 years, full-time. And then 10 years with Ray. So, and I do buy a lot of good products, okay? Usually it's all completely supposed to be natural. I'm not a fan of capsules and tablets. All I can tell you, this caught my attention. I said, gee whiz, if this is what the manufacturer is telling me cold press and the ancient seed. This is very interesting product. So this is like 10 years ago. And now after 10 years, I have to tell you, I think my wishes came true because the first group of people I want to help 10 years ago, I said, people with mental problems, cannot sleep at night, depression, you name it, all these brain problem, okay? Ah, um, it's amazing. 10 years, I can tell you on and on and on, all these stories that I heard, or I even met these people myself. So this is amazing product, cold press. Now, what Ring did is that, yes, it's black cumin seed, ancient seed, raspberry seeds, and grape seed. They cold press it, they extract the oil, and then they grind the flour, and then they put it back together and flavor it, and they added the ribose. Is another powerful ingredient. It's more powerful than CoQ10. Okay, it's a non-GMO corn extract, individual wrap, and it prevents oxidation. And there's no preservatives in this one. No, that's the beauty. Okay, so please, when you check out this product, don't say, oh, the expiration date is very short. You know why it's short? Because we don't want to add preservatives. You want a 3-year shelf life product, they will add preservatives in it, which is no good. Okay, so very, very good product, excellent. When I'm hungry, I take a packet. Even my grandson, 5 years old, he's hungry. He took 2 packets in 10 minutes. That's how fast it is. Okay. Now these are capsule, all these stuff that's the mainstream market. These are isolated chemicals. You need them, you can take them. But I would not take it every day as a nutrition, okay? So now the amazing thing on black cumin seed, you see, I list out all these omega-3 and 6, but there's more than just 3 and 6 and 9. It's a whole list of fatty acid analysis. And there are doctors, professors been studying this black cumin seed at least over, in America, probably at least 20 some years, but it's from the Middle East. So they have studies too. So it's just ancient seed. Now I read all these books. I gather what I can find 10 years ago because I never heard of the seed, never. So, but stimulate the production of bile, good for fat metabolism. I thought that was a key one. You know why? A lot of people want to lose weight. A lot of people have digestion problem. I said, boy, that's why that should go well. But I still like the brain. Now, there's 6 patents granted to the black cumin seed. Okay, diabetes, cancer, immune system, viral infection. This is the key one. I'm focusing on this today. Psoriasis, asthma. It's a patent with scientific about published reports over 1,000. Okay, and just thank God that our company able to gather these studies and formulate this product. Antibacterial activity has many reports, many test reports, okay? Now, this processing by the Rain company is cold pressed. Now, all these protein, mineral, vitamins, omega, they're all in there. They're all in here. Most important is what I put a star to it, phytochemicals. These are the stuff that we cannot see, and even scientists cannot even copy them, cannot manufacture them. Some they can, but hundreds of them in here because it's cold pressed. It's like eating a fresh apple, fresh banana. That's how beautiful this product is. It's all these chemicals that will, when we take that, it will go inside to our blood, our cells. It will do whatever necessary to restore the cells, or nourish the cells, put it that way, okay? Nourish it, okay? We even, the company even get outside third-party validation on the antioxidant value, inflammation, and the anti-aging benefits. Now, I have not seen any products by any company, one product getting 3 certificates. The chief of this laboratory is Dr. Bell. He was invited to the RAIN convention several years ago. He shared this finding. He said he never seen it either. Now it's about bad oil. I have a video on that. You can, for a new friend, you can watch my other video, okay? All I can tell you, we've been eating bad oil since World War II. And you got to understand, everything, life is in the blood. Everything carries in the blood. It's the red blood cell and the white blood cell, okay? And then you see, because we're all eating bad fat, actually this happened to be, you know, I copy it from a magazine. This tube is pretty decent, just a little bit. I have seen my friends' personal blood in the tube. More than half of the blood is yellow fat. More, this is only like 20%. I've seen them. And that's why he's sick. He's very sick. He has cholesterol, high blood pressure, you name it, he has it. So with the bad fat creating all these stickiness, okay, you understand? Just like in your kitchen, if you cook every day and you like the Chinese style wok frying or deep frying, you don't clean your kitchen for just 1 week or 2 weeks, you will feel that thing sticky. You will feel the cabinet, the filter all sticky. That's what oil does, oxidized oil. They are sticky, okay? Now, same thing with sugar. I always tell people, don't think that diabetes people suffer because of sugar. They suffer because in the body, they are suffocated with all the saturated fat. All those excess glucose that don't burn off, but they eat excessively sweet and they don't exercise, they don't burn off, guess what? Or they lacking in some insulin. All those excess glucose turn into saturated fat. That means sticky fat that can turn into hardening in your cell. So bad oil and too sweet will create this stickiness. You probably heard a lot of report about this, whatever virus going on right now, COVID-19. That little thing, someone says it's not a virus, it's not a bacteria. A little thing is protein and fat. That's what it is, protein and fat. So can you imagine your blood is sticky? Not COVID-19 go around in the air, someone didn't put a mask on, or someone sick went out. It so happened landed in your blood. This is what happened. You stick to it. That's what happened. That's exactly what's happening now. So you think when this pandemic will slow down? It ain't gonna slow down. It's just like another flu season. It happened again in December. It will hit whoever has sticky blood. That's it. Yeah, they did a lot of autopsy. They know those people has sticky blood. You know, the blood has to have good oxygen. The blood has to travel without any, blockages. So essential fatty acid is like works like a oxygen magnet. I copied this from a book published 2015 by this professor from MIT. Essential fatty acid, the good oil, draws oxygen into your blood, into every cells in your body. More in the brain. 20% of the oxygen that we breathe, all the oxygen comes through and then delivered by the red blood cell all over to our body, the cells. Can you imagine? 20% of the oxygen go in and support your brain. 1/5 of the oxygen support the brain. Why? This little 2% mass of this body, this right here, the little brain here, is high power. It needs lots of oxygen. That means it needs a lot of good oil. I didn't say that. This is how I linked it up. If that is the case, it needs to be, it needs to have plenty of essential fatty acid. So I noticed, and you can try it. When you're tired, you take a pack, 5 minutes. 5 minutes, you got the energy. You start working again. Now, 25% of your blood support your brain. Next week, I'm going to talk about blood. So please invite all the ladies to listen, okay? I'm going to talk about the blood. Please, 25% of your blood support the brain. All your blood, they done enough study in America. You know why? Alzheimer's disease is on the rise. And it just keeps growing. They estimate 1 out of every 5 senior citizens will suffer. You see, they scan the brain of those healthy people. You know, there are a lot of people are very healthy. They have lots of blood circulating. That means a lot of oxygen. Remember, now blood 25% support the brain. Now those people don't have enough brain, enough blood circulating in the brain. Those are the people already suffering all kinds of mental problems. Like cannot sleep at night. It's so simple. Okay. And then if there's people don't care about their diet, there are already blockages into the brain's vessels, the blood vessels. And the scary blockages, tell you what, these are small capillaries. These are the big ones. Usually the blockages started in the small capillaries. And the small capillary is 74% of your blood vessels. All your small capillary can be fully blocked and then will hit your big one. But troubles will begin in the capillary. This doctor, scientist, he received 2 Nobel Prize awards. 2. And you can search him online. He said, cancer cells don't like oxygen, okay? So can you imagine all these capillaries been blocked by bad oil? No oxygen going in, no oxygen. So cancers will grow here, okay? And he said, essential fatty acid, okay? Essential fatty acid right here. The body requires special fat, among other important functions, make it possible for sufficient oxygen to reach the cells via the cellular membrane. You see, the thing is that you're not just breathing oxygen into your lung. it is, do you know that you have sufficient oxygen going inside the cell? Inside the cell, not just the lung, inside the brain cell too. Remember, 20% of the oxygen need to support your brain function. Okay, so these fats are high oxygen absorbing. Now, this scientist, German scientist, said that back in 1931. Remember I showed you the book that I copied the picture, the oxygen magnet? That book published just 2015. I'm telling you, 80 some years now, they collected more data. There are more research. Everything's about oxygen now. Didn't you hear enough during the 6-month pandemic? All these people die of COVID-19 is because they cannot breathe. No more oxygen going inside. Why? They're all blocked up. You just look at the way they're eating. You think there'll be more COVID-19 cases? More will come, trust me. You just look around everyone the way they eat. They don't know. I guarantee you 90% of the people don't understand what's bad fat, what's good fat. They don't. And nobody understands essential fatty acid except these professors. So essential fatty acid must supply outside the body every day. 10 years ago, I followed this because I studied this 25 years ago. I said, everyone needs to take this every day. People think I'm nuts. I'm telling the truth. This is what scientists telling me. I always have friends question me, Susie, where'd you get your stuff? I would have to go and get the book and show it to them. I only copy what the scientists are telling me. You have to take it every day. If you don't take it from rain, so where you gonna get it? You tell me, okay? And just that you know, 60% of the cold pressed olive oil outside in the supermarket are fake. That's the latest statistics. You know, recently I went home, USA, I bought a special bottle of olive oil produced, was promoted by a doctor, $40 US for 8 ounce cold pressed olive oil, $40, just one little bottle. Supply from outside the body every day, from food and certain oils, because your body cannot make it. This is so important, this ring soul. I just don't understand why people don't even, some of them are so stubborn, don't even want to, don't want to accept the fact, okay? Now this is the membrane. Is this membrane 55% good cholesterol or bad cholesterol? You can check your blood report, okay? The brain controls everything. Your vision, your sensation, your movement, IQ, hearing, everything. There are 12 pairs of nerve here, okay? 12 pairs of nerve, okay? So the brain is 60% fatty tissue. Good fat or bad fat? We need both. We need both. It just, if you eat a healthy diet, your brain will balance it by themselves. You know, your body will balance it by itself, or your brain cells will take what they need, what the brain tissues need. Okay. Now, the 12 pairs of nerve, the vision one. The first one is the nose, the sensation. I have to tell you, all these 12 pairs of nerve, I have seen these nerves activated again during my 10 years of working with Ring Soul. Someone cannot smell, they can smell again. Vision, look at the eye, the movement, and then I'm telling you 4. Remember I told you the man in Hong Kong, I told him, I said, his face got chewed up, the nerve, number 5 nerve. That's why when I died. And so I told him, I said, gee whiz, the number 5 right next to the eye. Already chew your nose up already. It was nose bleeding. I said, boy, the next thing's gonna chew up your eye. You better be careful. As I told him. I mean, this is it. Then taste bud, I have seen people with car accident and they lost the sensation of, I mean, they lost the taste bud, I mean, and it came back, okay? Hearing, equilibrium, muscle swallowing, and people's saliva glands are dried up. You know, there's some people say, oh, I gotta drink water every time, I mean, every mouthful of food because no saliva. Your heart, your lung, digestive organ. This is a key one that I'm going to mention later. Number 10 is the longest nerve from the brain to your gut. Muscle of the throat, muscle of the tongue. Okay? I told you, this lady I met in Malaysia, after she got bitten by mosquito, she suffered dengue fever. And then after that, her tongue got swollen a little bit. And that's what happened. You know, if you touch any of these nerves, if something happened, the bacteria or any bad fat blockage, anything hitting the nerve, you're going to feel a little bit different. You're never going to be the same. That's why some people tell me headache. I say, you know what is your headache like? Is that 24-hour constant pain or once in a while pain? You know, it means a lot because, you know, I met so many, in my 30 years of working with people health-related issues, I'm not kidding. These people constantly having headache. You better pay attention. Either your nerves are swollen, inflammation a little bit, and hitting the nerve, so you feel the pain, or you feel the pressure of the blood going through your blood vessels, so you call it headache. You know, some people say, oh, I have migraine headache. I'm not kidding with you. You take those pills, you have to watch out. You really have to watch out. Now, there's a new product coming out from Utah called Bright. It's doing wonderful to these so-called headaches. And it's a very good nutritional food, okay? And it's coming soon. And so I tell you what, so just remember these nerves and what these nerves, you know, nerves, they need the blood. They need the blood to bring all the nutrition, the good oil, okay, to circulate into all the brain where the nerves are. That will go and do all this stuff for you. You know, proper blood circulation, proper nutrition to all these cells. It will control your head through the toes. So you start feeling funny in your toes, in your leg. It is your brain. And just think, 25% of the blood has to come into the brain to deliver the nutrient, deliver the oxygen. So next one, I'm going to talk about anemic, especially for ladies. Recently, I have several cases. They all have these so-called shrinking of the brain cells. That's what the doctor told them. Shrinking, drying up. Because all their life never exercise. And they're anemic. They just turned 60. Now they're on wheelchair. It is so sad. That's why you need to build up your blood. Make sure you're not anemic. You get the blood circulating properly, and you have to have a good essential fatty acids that will allow the oxygen to move along with the red blood cells. Oxygen kills bacteria. Oxygen will not allow the cancer cells to grow. This is what the German scientist, Dr. Wolber, said. Cancer cells thrive on no oxygen environment. Why? Blockage. When the vessel, the blood is blocked, there's no oxygen going through. So that's why you have to connect all the dots. This is called it. Connect all the key points. Okay? Blockage, like this. No blood, it's called stroke. Okay? Busted. Busted. Probably eating too much, something not right, who knows? Okay? Or you just plain old the vessel just lining weak. Okay? If you know what the lining, the blood vessel lining that I learned from that professor from MIT, they now collect data is omega-6. Omega-6 is the lining, this blood vessel lining nutrient that is needed to lubricate the blood vessels. Now, you hear people talk about, oh, we eat too much omega-6. Sorry, what's selling in the store, all these corn oil, peanut oil, all these cooking oil you buy from the supermarket, they are called oxidized omega-6. They're called oxidized omega-6, okay? They're not cold pressed. That means you're not getting the nutrition that you need to lubricate the vessels. Now, when it's dry, it happens to be busted, it's busted. This is the worst form of stroke. This one you can get recovered. The third one today is my main subject. And it's taking me a long time to get into this subject. Bacteria. This is the scary part. You know, with COVID-19, the bacteria not just go into your lung. It go in all over your body. The scientists are saying it. It's just through breathing. It's the quickest way to get in, okay? So these bacteria now is very popular. That's the reason I selected the topic today. So you guys understand, oxygen is the key to kill bacteria. Number 10 nerve. This is the longest nerve. Started here and all the way down here. Okay, heart, lung, digestive organ, colon. You see, this is the vagus nerve, number 10. It's right here. You know, this is the part most of people suffer problems right here. Right here. It's just a slight inflammation, slight blockage in this vagus nerve. You can be going to the doctor, complain about your stomach. You can be having heart palpitation, irregular heartbeat, or you can simply have, you know what I'm saying, constipation, whatever. Okay, it's right here. It's the lower part of the brain, in the back here. I've seen enough ladies that are turned 60 suffer, 他们叫小脑萎缩, drying up, shrinking of the brain tissue. End up, they will sit on wheelchair. They cannot walk. And you can be I met this lady in Taiwan. She's in the 60s. She works as a secretary for a CEO. Very educated. Guess what? When she turns 62, she's on the wheelchair. It doesn't matter how smart you are. It's about nutrition. It's about oxygen, your blood circulation. And today, the virus, bacteria are too violent, too aggressive. Okay, so this is the nerve. Okay, if they already track it down, it's connected. It's from the brain. It travels from the colon to the brain. This is the internal bacteria. And there's an outside external bacteria like the COVID-19. Okay, so if we have blockage inside, I'm sorry, because we don't do enough exercise and we love to eat, this is the problem. And I tell you what, this is the latest thing. That's why I want to share bacteria tonight. This is going on long time already. America, I used to have a friend in Spain, suffered this too. His daughter just went to what they call school trip. They got bitten by these ticks. Mosquito too. Did you guys hear about USA already pending the release GMO mosquitoes. It's called GMO mosquitoes. It's so sad. This is so tricky. Now they tell you when you go out there, please wear long pants and long sleeve. Okay, it's a these things take when you get bitten. Okay, the saliva of these take manipulate the bacteria. It stays. You don't feel pain. You don't feel itchiness. Okay, mosquito bite, you feel swollen and then itchy. The ticks, no. Tick paralyzed. It causes neuron toxin. It's gonna affect the brain. And it's the saliva. They say found in the saliva gland of these female ticks. Can you beat that? These ticks, especially the female one, when they bite you, the saliva from the tick is really a neuron toxin, poison to your nerves. This is what the lady I was sharing with you in KL, that she suffered 1 year. Everyone in family thought she got mental problem. It was from something that bitten her. It's the saliva of the tick. And of course the mosquito also brings bacteria into your bloodstream too. Now, the latest finding now in USA, this came out last year. Nerve damage behind Parkinson's disease starts in the stomach or the colon. So a lot of people ask me, I work with many Parkinson's people, okay? Now the latest thing is not what they thought before. The Medical Society now published this. Starts from the stomach or the colon. Is these bacteria, okay? No one knows how it caused it, but it seems to start in the gut. Start in your colon and travel to the brain, okay? This is what it say. So these bacteria inside follow your nerve channel, the number 10 nerve that I show you, the longest one. Right here, the longest one. See this whole write-up, okay, about Parkinson's disease. See in the 70s, the doctor just didn't know, but now they said it reached the brain through this nerve, all these bacteria that created the Parkinson's disease. So I got good news for you. Now, I mean, I can go on and on, but I just want to tell you, inside in your colon, in your digestive system, we have a lot of bacteria. You know, we have a lot of bacteria, some good ones, some bad ones. So it's talk about balancing, okay? And then the outside, external environment, we got all these crazy mosquitoes and ticks, okay, little bugs. They even have poison spiders too, okay? So, and of course, you know, now with the COVID, you know, people passing that around, you know, so everyone now had to wear a mask. All I can tell you is that I'm just so thankful. Actually, personally, I've been taking probiotics for 30 years. The early days, back in the old days, they only have one type of bacteria. It's called Acidophilus. But now they develop a lot. I think I read they identified 5,000 bacteria. Okay, so when you go see doctor, they usually ask you, are you allergic to any antibiotics, or they know, they can culture the thing, and they know which, they have names on every bacteria. Okay, so in the Peer, Ring Peer is our a new addition product, okay, and has 12 very good bacteria. When this was released, I think I worked with this product over about a year and a half now in Hong Kong. And our Peer has 2 types of ingredient. One is called prebiotic. Okay? Because we have pumpkin seed, we have watermelon seed and flaxseed. They're cold pressed. So these prebiotics are combining with the probiotics, the bacteria. So that what it means is that when we take it's a powder, we mix it with water, we drink it, and the bacteria goes down to the intestine colon and it will multiply. Why? Because we have prebiotic that will feed the bacteria in the pear, feeding it. Now, years ago, the old version just bacteria. They're not so active, but this one, the rain pear is fascinating. Is all I can tell you is all alive. This morning I was talking to my Taiwan partner. They use one steak and they use milk and they make their own home yoga. Very tasty, they said. So they said, wow, they just leave it there 10 hours and then it just turned into yogurt. And they said, oh, this is real active probiotics, real active bacteria that are alive. So it is anybody with any, I tell people like this, if you have bad breath, you have, yes, bad odor that you have to do deodorant every day, your feet stink, you go to the toilet, it stink, you better take this product. You better take one a day. Just make sure you got all these good bacteria that go in and so that your bacteria inside your body will be in harmony, that you are in control. Now, these books are written long time. We are only 10% human cells. Consider looking at little living organisms, okay? 10% are cells. 90% is all these microbes, bacteria. We need them, okay? Recently, I learned from this one doctor. He studied nitric oxide. He said there are actually 4 bacteria from your mouth. And his warning is this. He's a PhD scientist and MD. He said the real danger of using mouthwash. Okay, so please, if you're using mouthwash every day, you better be careful. It should stop. He recommends people stop using mouthwash because it will trigger high blood pressure. I mean, he did not study, put it that way, in his 20 years. He asked people to stop using the mouthwash for 2 weeks, and he watched these people's blood pressure came back dropping. And they discover in that mouth, there are 4 identified bacteria that will lower your blood pressure. And if you use a mouthwash every day, you're killing all these bacteria, both good and bad. And therefore, these 4 good bacteria cannot go inside your blood vessel, help you lower your blood pressure. In other words, can I help you eat up the garbage? Okay. So that was very interesting. That was an eye-opener. So nowadays, I tell people, hey, don't use mouthwash, okay? So I rather take a pack of a cup of pear every day and just make sure my internal bacteria are balanced so I'm strong, because having good bacteria make your immune system very strong, okay? And now this book, Mind and Gut Connection. I already know your brain and your colon, they're connected. I showed you that nerve 10 already, okay? And it is true. This is real life inside our colon. If you go toilet every day, minimum once, you pass that, I think. If I say you have to go every day, 2-3 times a day, I think 90% don't pass, okay? So, but these bacteria are real. Either they are bad one or good one. You got to make sure the majority of them are good. Then you will be okay. Otherwise, you see all these colon. You know, colon cancer is coming up so it's increasing alarmingly. People think lung cancer, but colon cancer is hitting very young age. Very sad to tell you. It's the way that people eat nowadays. Okay, so and this is it. It's the second brain. Okay, so the latest thing in America, FDA approved using human. It's called fecal transplant therapy. They're taking live human stools, healthy one, and then collect the bacteria that are healthy. Either you take it or you insert it in your rectum to help what? To treat those bipolar disorder patients, people with brain problems. That's exactly what I said at first. Through the Vicus 10, these bacteria goes in and mess up your brain. You can take all the mental drug you can take, but it ain't gonna help you. Okay, so please just understand you have to know your body a little bit more. All these bacteria can go everywhere. Like I say, you know, the worst part is the bacteria come up to the brain. It's in the blood, it can travel. All I can tell you, I still use the same thing. It's time to understand you're washing every day, very clean outside, you know, your hair, your skin. What about inside? Are you getting enough good essential fatty acid so your oxygen can go inside every cells in your body, especially the brain? Make sure no unfriendly, evil bacteria will be not disturbing you, put it that way, okay? Yeah, either you kick out those evil bacteria first or they're gonna eat you up. That's how it is. So please take this product, and of course, you know, the core is very good. If you take it as a meal, it's very fantastic. That's what I usually do nowadays. So all these years, I summarize good oil in, bad oil out. Oil cleanse oil, okay? And oil can take care of your inflammation. So you don't want any brain nerve get chewed up by bacteria that create headaches or something funny in your head, okay? Good oil, good hormone. Now, your cells will recover according how much nutrition you feed your cell. And that takes time, okay? You need to rebuild your brain. It's gonna take a year. Your liver, 6 weeks, stomach lining, 5 days, blood, 4 days, 4 months, okay? Skin, 1 year, bone, 5 months. Your cell do regenerate, okay? So just take time. So just come in, become a member, and you can, you know, take this product and share with your family. Make sure everyone is healthy and strong nowadays, so that COVID-19 bacteria comes in. It's protein and fat. Make sure you have good fat. I read a journal. This is some time ago now. They say if your cells are very smooth, you know, good, the bacteria will come in and will slide away. That was a real report. I wish I kept a copy. I didn't. So it will slide away. So if the membrane had bad oil, sticky oil, the bacteria will get stuck in there. That's what it is. But anyways, this is it. I hope I share a little bit or just give you some awareness. That's what it is. It's awareness. We're in a real living world right now full of bacteria. You just have to make sure you improve your immune system, increase the oxygen, increase your blood. Okay? So Anyway, so that's it for today. Next week, I will talk about anemic in ladies. Well, men have problem too, okay? But it's just more on the ladies. And this is a very important subject. So make sure you join me next Tuesday. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.